All right. So I wanted to start a new series just because a lot of you scent lovers are always getting my recommendations, and half the time it is not something technically that you really are interested in, and that's fine. That is fine. But I thought it'd be really cool because every nose is different. Everyone's like is different and things like that. So I thought it'd be really cool to interview some of my friends that are also Scentsy consultants and get their feedback. So we're actually going to start the series off, and it's going to be a perfect holiday six pack, I guess, just whatever holiday scent. And I mean, it could be a six pack, but you can have some pods in there or some wax or whatever, bricks, I don't care. But I want them to tell you guys what they like and why, and things like that. I love hearing everyone's story. So if that comes across, I'm gonna love that. But I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you without further ado. This is Amanda. She is my upline. Yeah, okay. And so she is going to tell you guys some of her favorite holiday six packs.
Yes, yes.
Or whatever.
So, thank you. So I thought this was so cool. Whenever Dale told me about it and told me where she was leading with this, I thought it was so cool because I have been with Scentsy for 6 years now. And it is crazy how different people's taste and smell is so different. Like it is insane. Like my best friend and myself are completely different. My mom and myself is completely different. And honestly, my taste and smell changes from year to year. Like last year, I was everything like peppermint and very snowy spruce and all those things. And I still like those type of scents. But now that we're coming out with new scents, I'm drawing to different type of things, and it's insane. So I do have a six pack right here. And I absolutely love this too, because even though I'm a consultant, I watch other consultants very, very often doing smell reviews because I like to take their take on it. Sometimes after they actually smell the bar, I go back and I smell it, and I smell it differently. And I'm going to tell y'all about one of these bars and how I completely changed my thoughts of it after I smelled it and the memories that it brought back to me. So do you want me to just get started smelling and talking about them?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
So I'm going to start with my six pack. My first one, which was never my favorite whenever it first came out, but I'm absolutely obsessed now, is Winter Berry Apple Tea. Something about this bar, whenever I smell it, it just screams like coziness to me. Like whenever I burn it in my house, it makes me literally want to grab a blanket, get some cookies, and snuggle on the couch. It is just relaxing and just like family time. Like that's what it reminds me of. I think it's something about like the apple and honey mix is just perfect for the holidays, perfect for cooler weather. And then I also have it in like the soak and the body line, and it just came out in a counter cleaner, and I literally want to lick my counters after I clean them. Like it's that good to me. And like if I have to compare it to one thing, whenever I sniff it, the first thing I think of is like freshly baked fig cookies. I don't know why. It doesn't smell like fig cookies. It just like that warmth and coziness of like fig cookies on your countertop during the holidays. I just really, really love this one.
So I did want to ask you, because I get this question a lot. If somebody says, I want a holiday scent, but I don't really like spice, do you recommend that one?
Absolutely. There's zero spice in here. It's actually cranberry, apple, and honey. There's no spice at all. And I was never a cranberry fan, ever, ever. Like the thought of cranberry, I was just like, oh, that's just not my thing. And we just came out with a snow-kissed cranberry in the Scentsy Fresh. And I want a body mist in it. It is freaking amazing. It is so good. So all of a sudden, like I'm this huge cranberry fan because of Scentsy. It's just a different type of cranberry.
It is. So I had one, I think one person that actually smelt it thought it was like a spice scent. And like I could see it. Like that's how different everyone's nose is. They're either really sensitive. I don't know if it's because it's really warm and cozy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's gonna be that way, but I don't get that at all.
But definitely zero cinnamon. Like it's sweet.
No.
It really sweet scent. It's so good. Like, oh my gosh. It literally makes me want to lick it. Like it's so good.
I was gonna tell you, every time I smell that scent, you remember that movie The Holiday with Cameron Diaz or whatever?
Yes.
I actually went to go warm that scent, like, when I became a consultant in January, and I was playing that movie, and so, like, every single time, it just reminds me of, like,
It's
Christmas, and it's
crazy how that works.
so
How
good.
like sense of smell is so powerful. The first thing people notice whenever they get in your vehicle, your home, anything is the smell. It's true. It's the first thing they notice. I have a lip gloss that I put on from time to time. And the second I put it on my lips, it reminds me of the days that I used to go out with friends. Like instantly, I think about that because I used to wear it every single time I went out with friends.
Yeah.
Never fails. Like I even look at that lip gloss and I'm like, I already know how it smells before I even put it on my lips. It's crazy.
It is.
Number 2, brand spanking new, Black Forest Pine. It is the scent of the month for this month in December, and I had to add it to my favorites because I am obsessed. Obsessed. I am obsessed with pine scent. I love the fresh Christmas tree scent. Anything with pine in it, I can burn year round. Just like you said, this one is just masculine. It's manly. It reminds me of Christmas time, snuggling on the couch with my husband, like after he just got out the shower. Like just like picture a fresh Christmas tree in your home, your husband just getting out the shower with the fireplace lit and you laying down watching a movie. Like that's the best way I could describe this scent. I have gave many, many samples. I have burned it in my home and I have got so many incredible reviews on this one. I have not had one person told me that they're not a fan of it. It's like, I'm obsessed. Give me 6 of them. And it's getting added to my Scentsy club because I need this forever. Like I am absolutely obsessed with this. So like for anyone that likes the manly scents or the woodsy scents, like this is for you for sure. And I'm more attracted to like the clean scents. Like this is not normally my go-to, but for the holidays, like I want this in my vehicle. Like definitely I want this in some type of car bar, pod, something like this. This is really, really good. So I hope Scentsy hears us out and they do this for us.
I know Ricky said, he said, I might spray it on myself before I go hunting. It's got that vanilla.
Yes.
Like, whatever.
Girl, we have a room spray. Like I'm literally about to use it as like body spray or something for my husband. Like I want him to smell like this every day. It is so freaking good.
It is.
Okay. The next one, and this is the one I was talking about in the beginning. Like it almost brings tears to my eyes because it's strictly because of the memory that it brings to it. So Homestead Holiday. Okay. I'm not a cinnamon fan. Like I do not like cinnamon. I smelled this bar for the first time. And the second I smelled it, I said, this is my grandma's house. Like this is my grandma's house. Walking into her house on Christmas Eve with the entire family there. Like this is my grandma's house. 100%. Like every single time I went over there for Christmas time, her house smelled like Homestead Holiday. And I actually burn it in my home, even though I don't like cinnamon. As soon as I burn it, it's that feeling of grandma that I'm like, I freaking love this scent. But like just smelling it, I'm like, it's just okay. It's just the memory that it brings with it. Like it makes my heart so happy.
I love that. I love
So,
that. So because you know that no scent is safe, is that one that brings such a memory to you that you will add it to club before?
it's in my club already.
It is.
I actually do it quarterly because it's not one that I'm going to burn in my house year round, but it's one that I'm like, this warms my heart so much that like, I want to be able to smell this and just say like, that's my mama. Like that's my mama. And I actually brought a bar to my mom's house one day and I let my dad smell it. It's actually his mom and she passed away. And I was like, what does this smell like? And they were all like, that smells exactly like my mom's house, like cinnamon. I'm like, this is my mom's house. Like, and like, whenever I think of my grandma's house, I think about the holidays, like the countertop filled with food, not an empty spot on the countertop, like the whole family there together, opening presents, laughing. Homestead Holiday is my grandma's house, 100%. That's why I love it.
Chills, girl. I love hearing the stories.
It's great. Like, and that's the thing for me. Like this scent, I love fragrance in my home. I love my home to smell good, but it's the things that the scent brings to me that really warms my heart more than the actual fragrance that it gives. Of course, there's scents that I smell that like it brings back no memories. And I'm like, I just like this scent, period. And that's fine. But like this isn't one of, like, if I would have smelled this, I would be like, oh, I don't like cinnamon. But no, it's everything that it brings with it. 100%. That's my bar. Next one that I have is iced pine. And like, this one has no memories, none. There's nothing that goes along with this bar except for I am your 100% spa lover, relaxation. Give me all the like spa vibes. That's just me. Give me the eucalyptus, give me the mint, give me the relaxation, all of those things. And this does it for me. Like, you can smell the pine, but it's very, very, very minty. It's not that fresh cut Christmas tree. It's a small hint of pine, but you can smell the icy peppermint. But it's not straight peppermint, like perfect peppermint bar. Like, that's almost too overpowering for me. This is almost the perfect mix of peppermint and pine. One of my favorites. I love, love, love iced pine. It's actually been around for a while. It's one that I have in my club. I have it quarterly. I actually have 2 of them quarterly. Every now and then I'll even push them back a little bit because I only warm it during the holidays, honestly. But if Scentsy gets rid of ice pine, I would be upset. It's one of my favorites. I really like it a lot.
You definitely changed my view about it. I have 2 bars ready to go.
You wasn't a fan of it?
It reminded me of that traditional pine saw scent. But since you put that in my mind, I know that that's all I'm going to.
And I think that the peppermint in it is what makes it like a spa vibe to me. Like, I think that it's like a relaxing pine. It's not the overpowering, very snowy spruce. It's like a relaxing, refreshing holiday scent.
But I will say, I have never warmed it. I've only smelt it cold, like, ever.
Okay, well, I'm gonna need you to warm it like tonight.
I've never warmed it. Okay, I'll do it.
Which is another reason, my next one, honestly, Eucalyptus Wreath. This one came out this year. Okay, this season. This one came out in the fall, winter. My customers are crazy of it. I have gotten customers just to sign up for the club because of this bar. Because I have customers that are 12 at a time. And I'm like, look, you don't need 12 at a time. Honestly, you don't. Put it in your club. You're going to get a discount. You can get it forever and ever. You choose how often you want it and how many you want it. Because they were so afraid that it was going to sell out, or at the fall and winter, it will no longer be available. Once again, spot. Like, this reminds me of walking into like an all-inclusive resort in the wintertime with a beautiful Christmas tree up, like relaxation, 100%, and that small hint of like Christmas time.
Yeah, it does. It reminds me. I think about. I've always wanted to go to like Colorado on a ski trip.
Yes.
And so that's literally what it reminds me of.
This is what a condo in Colorado would smell like. Absolutely. This is. It's just that hint of fresh air.
Yeah.
Is so freaking good. So this one is definitely in my club. I have it in my club since it came out. I had it in my club. I honestly don't order this bar often because I have it in my club to come in monthly, a couple of them. So like, it's something I always have in stock because I can burn this year round. Like, this is not so much of a holiday scent for me. And like, the word wreath in it kind of throws people off. Like, I almost wish I wouldn't even have that because that screams holiday to me, but it's more of eucalyptus and mint and sugar ice crystals. Like, that's it.
See, that's what makes me, like, I've always told my customers, like, you love a scent, perfect, because it's time to get you in club, because I've seen my favorites go and you thought they were going to return and they didn't. So my thing is, like, you know, I was actually talking to my mom and I was like, you know, even though it says the word wreath in it, I think I'm hoping and praying, I'm gonna put it in my club though, it might come back for the spring and summer months, because what do we put up in the spring and summer months? Especially Easter time, those lamb's ear, eucalyptus, everything, you know? So I'm like, oh,
it's timeless. Like, it really is timeless. This bar is straight spa relaxation to me. And like, I love that in my bedroom and my bathroom. Love it. Now, honestly, this isn't something I burn in my kitchen often. My kitchen, I like a lot stronger scents, a lot more powerful. It's just more of an open area in my house. But this in my bedroom at night with my air purifier going, my diffuser, like, this is relaxation to me. And my bathroom. Like, I love my jacuzzi tub at night once the kids go to bed, and like this bar melting in there. Like, I can't wait to go just put it in my warmers as soon as I get off of here because it's just making me excited. Last one, which, oh my gosh, last year, this bar came out. It actually came out for a scent of the month. I want to say it was December. And it came out in a brick. That's whenever we used to get the bricks instead of a bunch of bars. I made samples of it and my customers went crazy over it. I remember going live one day and posting a video of all the bars that I had in this scent. And it was like my entire island full. They went nuts over it, which makes it one of my favorites because it brings back that memory of like happiness and like wintertime and all of those things. So anyway, it is Arctic Kiss, which ever since it launched, like people were obsessed over it, obsessed. It literally smells like fresh air and mint. Like it reminds me, whenever I smell this, the first thing that pops in my head, and I think it's because last year around this time is when it came out. And last year around this time is whenever me, my kids, and Matt, we went to New Orleans. We went to Christmas in the Oaks. And then after, I got like this peppermint mocha drink. We rode this little train and I drank my little drink. It was cold outside. We looked at the lights. It was a great time. And whenever I sniff this bar, that is what I think of. And I don't know if it's because it launched around the same time and like maybe this was burning in my house or what it was. But like this reminds me of that night and that coziness and that family time and the mint and the freshness in the air. It is good. Like it is so, I feel like no matter what type of scent you like, whether you're a bakery fan, a clean fan, like I feel like everybody should be attracted to this scent. I feel like it's a very safe scent, if that makes sense. It's good. Like it's really, really good.
I kicked myself in the butt last year. I did not put it in my club once it went away because it was the scent of the month.
Oh, it is bad.
So I was like, what do I do? Always have Eskimo Kiss and Vanilla Mint in my club. Like,
yes,
done.
Polar bear hugs, girl.
Mix it together and it kind of smelled like it.
Yeah,
that's all I could do to get that scent back.
It's good. Like it is so good. It's so hard to describe a scent like on the computer. Like I so wish that like there was some kind of way that whenever I tell people about these scents, they can smell it, because whenever I say it's so good, like I really mean that so deeply. Like
it's one of those.
Like sniffing it is like, and people say that all the time, like with fragrance. Whenever you change the bars in your house, it literally tricks your brain, your family's brain, whoever walks into your house to even think that your house is clean. Like even when my house is just barely picked up and I change my wax, I'm like, my house looks good. Like it's clean. It smells wonderful. Like it tricks my brain to think that my house is clean.
Every time I'm always like, oh, I'm in a bad mood or what? Change your wax.
Yes.
Change your wax. And you feel better. But yeah, same thing. And like you're saying, like it's just so good. Like it's just like Polar bear hugs. So it used to be Eskimo Kiss.
Yeah.
That warm, clean, crisp.
A lot like Arctic Kiss. It really, really is. Polar bear hug is a lot like Arctic Kiss.
It's so good. But so that is your all-time gotta have them now, especially with the new bars. Got to have them every holiday season.
You can give me these 6 for the holidays and say this is all you're burning in your house, and I will be 100% fine with that. During the holidays or even during the winter, like I only burn these type of scents. You won't catch me in my house burning like Clean Breeze, Luna, Clothesline, which are some of my favorites, Jammy Time. Like I won't have those pods. I won't have those flowers. I won't have those bars. Like when it is chilly outside, or it is even a holiday, so it's not even chilly outside right now. But if it's holidays, my house is decorated with Christmas, like it is these bars. Like this is what I want to burn. Like I completely go 100% with all of this. This is my favorites. I
think I'm the same way too, just because we'll start warming fall in like August.
Yes.
So like we've done it for so many months that we're ready for clean, fresh tree.
Absolutely. I was so like, I love fall scents, but I was so done with smelling pumpkin in my house. I'm like, whenever I started burning all these new winter ones, I'm like, this is what I needed. Like, this is what I was missing. And they are so good. Like, this is my holiday 6-pack. I do have plenty customers that's attracted to bakery smells. Like they want to walk into their house during the winter and they want it to smell like they just took cookies out the oven. That's what they want. Or they want it to smell like they just baked a blueberry pie. That's not me. Like that is not me. It almost, and if I walk into someone else's house, I like it. But
Yeah.
it's just not something that I personally like. And the couple times that I did, because I did get the blueberry cheesecake and I warmed it because it's the top seller with Scentsy. So I wanted to see what it was all about. And my husband walked in from work and he opened the oven and he's like, "You're not baking nothing?" I'm like, "No, that's my Scentsy." He's like, "Well, that's depressing." He's like, "Can you go to the store now? Because I'm hungry." And I'm like, "Okay, we're never burning this again." Like he was so disappointed in me because he thought like he was coming home to a fresh pie. So he even told me, which he never says a word about anything I'm burning. Like he'll say like the house smells good, but that's about it. And he told me that day, he's like, "Please don't ever burn anything like that in our house again. It really makes me hungry." So I'm like, okay. But and I'm the same. Like it makes me want sweets, but some people love it, and that's great.
And that's what's so crazy about Scentsy is that it's not just the name, like okay, Eucalyptus Wreath or
Yeah.
cheesecake. It's not. So you see a name like that, and anytime I tell someone like go pick, your scent that you want, but let me send you my link because you need to click the description.
Absolutely.
Because as soon as you see the description and you see all the notes, you're
Mm-hmm.
like, whoa. Because it's so true to it. Like the fact that you warmed the blueberry cheesecake and then he literally thought, like that's how in depth they go and make sense. And it's insane. It's
Absolutely. Girl, the things that they put into like perfecting these scents, it's insane. Like they study it. They have an entire lab behind it. Like just the fact that, and I'm not trying to be like a crazy salesperson, but like this is what Scentsy does to me, being like a wife and a mom and a friend. And like I want to be able to sell and share to people things that like I'm comfortable with and confident in. And like the fact that it's literally food-based wax that like my child, if you know Benson, like you cannot put a single thing past him. So like if he puts this in his mouth, if he sticks his hand in my warmer, I have animals. I have a bearded dragon, 2 dogs, like my kids, like all this is living in my house. Like this is 100% safe for all of us.
yeah.
Although it smells wonderful, like those are still things as like a wife and a mom that I think about. Like that matters to me. I'm not trying to have harmful toxins in my home either. And like Scentsy makes sure that like all this is completely 100% safe for all of us in the form of our oils, file diffusers, our wax, all of those things. So like that's something I don't share often, honestly, because like coming from me as a consultant, I feel like that it's spammy and salesy, but like it really does make a difference to me personally. And I know it does to my customers too.
Absolutely. And that, it's something I definitely want to go over soon, like as far as like on my YouTube or my VIP group or anything like that, is just comparison. Like
Absolutely.
that one Brittany Evans, my team member, she was the first one to actually sit down and do a comparison video, like where she was this, this is Scentsy. Like
That's amazing.
I was a customer before I started with, Scentsy or whatever. And she just explained that and laid it all out. And I really never will forget that video. And I really want to do it for you guys, so.
Right. Someone shared the other day that someone put on Facebook like a comparison type thing. I was like, I know for the holidays it's easier. And like I saw you had shared this too. Like it's so much easier to go to Walmart or like a dollar store and buy like the warmer there. It already has the packs of scents in it and all those things. And it's a $20 set. And people think like this is so much better than Scentsy because it's cheaper. Everything's in one. They don't think of the things that's in this wax or how this warmer was created. So someone commented on her post and said, it was not a consultant, it was a customer. She's actually a customer of mine as well. And she commented and immediately said, like, I am diehard Scentsy for the reasoning that I had a warmer before that was not Scentsy. And I literally had flames coming from my outlet. Thank God I was home.
Yeah.
Scentsy will tell you 110%. You can leave your warmers on 24/7 and they are completely safe. They are tested. They don't even get to a temperature that's harmful. Like it's literally a light bulb. Where like these other warmers, who knows? Like it's not worth my house catching on fire to spend a little bit more that I'm 100% confident in.
Right.
So it's just those things too that like, yes, this is a 6-pack of wax. Yes, you can go to the dollar store, you can go to Walmart, you go to all this place and get a 6-pack of wax, but it's where these things came from, what's inside of them, what does it mean, our culture, all of those things that like, I just want so many of my customers to know. So like, I'm so glad you're doing this to share with your customers. I'll share with mine as well, because I hope like they actually have interest in that because it really is so important. So much more than an actual little bar that you can buy from a consultant.
It is. You know, it means so much to us. Like the relationship that I have with all of my scent lovers, you know, and stories they tell me, or you know, prayer lists, requests, whatever. Like I've formed such a relationship, and then you know, we as consultants, we see and form that relationship with our business owners, you know, our CEOs and stuff, and we know and see and just everything about them, family oriented, you know, like very very into faith, and it blew me away, and God knew exactly what He was doing when He put Scentsy in my path, and
I know.
I'm
This all
so
the time.
thankful. But I am so excited about this series, and I'm so thankful that you decided to be my first interview. And
Thank
I
you
cannot wait to see where this goes and see everyone's nose, I guess.
Yeah,
So,
it's
but
fun. And
I
I love sharing my story because it's not something I do often, but like I said, like this Homestead Holiday Bar, like there's reasoning why I love it. Like that's just, and like I love sharing that with people because I don't do it often. And you know, I hope that people smell this and like it reminds them of something that's important to them as well.
yes, and I love that. You gave me chills when you told me that.
I'm glad.
I hope that you guys are loving this series as we're, you know, kicking it off and stuff. And we can't wait to hear from you. And thank you again, Amanda, for being here.
Thanks
And
for having me.
we'll see you guys later.